You are listening to The Remedy.
Hey, welcome everyone to The Remedy. Jay Thompson here with you. I'm glad to be talking to you guys today. Hopefully we can get our mind around a few things. Welcome everybody, wherever you are. I'm not sure where you are in the world, but if you are listening, I sure appreciate it. So I've been thinking about this quite a bit, and I wanted to kind of highlight on a few things that, like I said, I kind of come in contact with in my daily life, work, and so forth. And so I try to bring it to you all in a off-the-record sort of therapy session, more or less. I know many people just have this real problem with coming in the office. So I decided that I would start a podcast that kind of talks about different subject matter and scenarios. And then, you know, if it applies to you, then great. And if not, then, you know, maybe one day somebody will need it and you'll remember it. I don't know. That's just my hope, but I appreciate everybody who does take the time to listen. So this thing that I've noticed more and more in people is they want peace of mind, but they don't really know how to get it. All right. So it I know that sounds like a loose, open concept, peace of mind, and then how do I get it? And I think what the idea that happens in most of this and the challenge that goes into when we start talking about just wanting things to settle and finally just feel free and not have all these kind of heaviness to ourselves, we kind of lose the idea of how to deconstruct the things that don't bring us peace. See, I think finding peace is really hidden in the idea of where you lose your peace. Does that make sense? So wherever you're losing your peace, then there's peace to be had, which means you've got to draw back your energy. You have to draw back yourself from situations that don't bring you peace, right? So maybe you're overburdened because you insert yourself into unpeaceful situations, right? And that brings about less peace for you. But when you start talking about this attainment of just having, you know, nothing to worry about and all that stuff, I don't know if that's quite, you know, we don't like to use the term worry because worry is just the absence of the faith that you need that things will be okay. But we think about things. We're human. You know, we're going to revolve it around our mind a few times, but it's the number of times you allow it to keep revolving where it becomes just trying to think about it and contemplate it wisely or fading into the worry aspect. That's where we can't be. We don't get any problem solved in the worry because it just kind of pulls the knot tighter. So when this peace idea comes into your mind and you're just kind of tired and you just want a break and all this kind of stuff, it's now up to you to look for where you've lost it. You know, where have you lost it? So that way maybe you can afford to get it in more of the areas that you like, or, you know, at least get yourself more opportunity to give yourself more peace that you deserve. So if you're losing your peace, like I said, at a work situation or, you know, a situation like that, then maybe it's time to think of how you can better yourself out of that situation. Maybe we have to figure out, how can I remove myself and better myself? See, that's what's going to improve the whole aspect of the peace. You don't want a lateral movement, you know, sometimes, but maybe now we can think greater of yourself to get a upward movement out of a situation that will bring some peace. Maybe you're in a relationship that doesn't bring peace. Now we have to talk about what components do we use in that relationship. Are we angry? Are we stubborn? Are we impatient? Well, those things don't bring peace. That's just not going to bring peace. So what are we engaging in where we lose peace? Are we trying to discipline our kids too too much, too harshly, and we're not, even giving them a chance to do the task that we're asking before we're on to a next. We're just creating a unpeaceful situation for everybody. Well, maybe we have to learn a different style, a different method, right? Maybe you over engage yourself in activities like doing stuff for people, and you're always here and you're always there and you're just always trying to be everybody's fairy god person and just help them out and do stuff. Well, that could be great, but it also brings about a level of less time for you. It doesn't bring the peace that you think it does, and maybe sometimes you feel neglected, or I don't know if that's a good word, or just maybe when people don't appreciate you in the right way for going out of your way, now that brings unpeaceful feelings inside of you because they don't appreciate or they didn't reciprocate or something of that nature. So you see where I'm kind of leading to in the places where we lose our peace. If you're expecting to have peace, then we have to be a little bit more active at establishing it. We have to establish that peace so that way we can learn to protect our peace. Those come with healthy boundaries. We have to learn to say no. If we're overactive and we don't feel like we have time for ourselves, well, saying no would be a new method of you reestablishing peace, right? If you engage in arguments with people and you know that you have a quick temper and you don't know how to, be quiet and stuff, maybe you need to learn a new method of telling people, look, I need a few minutes to think. Or let me calm down, or I'm really trying hard not to say something incorrect. Let me take a moment. Let me step away. This comes into control of yourself that you have to do in order to get your peace. If you are a person that is easily irritated and things just make you, kind of just come out of sorts at any time, then maybe you need to learn how to be by yourself. And learn to temper yourself and learn to find peace within yourself, because everything can't irritate you. I think in most cases, you're the irritation. You're irritating others. If you're that irritated all the time, then most definitely you're irritating other people. So these are ideas and just some walks that you can start committing to get some of that peace that is so, important to you, because in this peace you find the moments where you can reflect, you can think about what you would like to do with your future, how you can create more happiness and more sound judgment in your moments of peace. See, these are things, and this is the wealth of the soul that you can get. This is the peace. This is one of the things that the wealth of your spirit will thrive on, because this allows you to love unconditionally. When you can create peace in your day, in your life, you can love people unconditionally. You're not easily thrown off and shaken out of your peace when you know how to establish it. So moving forward, this concept of how you regain your peace needs to begin with, where do you lose it? Where are you losing your peace? To what things, to what cause, to what words, to what gossip, to what outside interference, to whatever it could be, external, internal. What is it that you give over your peace to? Now, some of you guys maybe you've never operated in a state of peace. Maybe you've been nervous since you could be, remember. Maybe you've always had pressure. Maybe you've always dealt with deadlines and just overbearing situations. And for that reason especially, you need to disengage in certain things, because you're losing your time and your effort. And what I mean by that is you spend more time doing things and more effort trying to get things, but you don't have the peace to enjoy it. So this is an area that would be beneficial for you to stop and look at in a very open-minded idea of, where do I lose my peace? Now, you could be the life of the party. Some people go, I got peace. I'm the life of the party. I go somewhere and people love me, and that's great. And this isn't a knock on your personality. This is an attempt to regain the moments that you lose The moments that you lose when you don't take care of yourself. In the peaceful moments is where you would take care of yourself. That's where you would nurture your being, your spirit, because you can be in a state of contentment. Peace means contentment. I'm in a state of peace right now. Peaceful times. So if you're in a state of peace, now you're in more of a nurturing mode to yourself and your environment and people around you. See, this is all building a better perception of self so that your mental clarity improves as well. Because remember, if your window is muddied up and gunked up and got all this stuff on it, you're not seeing out clearly, nor is anyone seeing in clearly. So we have to take this very compassionate tone with ourselves, of course, but we need to find out where we're losing peace. Don't offend people by just, ditching them and not calling them anymore. I'm not suggesting that, but I am saying that maybe withdrawing some of your energy is necessary, especially if you're losing an abundance of peace. Because peace is wealth. If you want to be, if you want your soul to be, like I'm using the concept of wealthy, but it's just a feeling of value. Your spirit can be just wealthy with love and kindness, right? You could have that. And then, in this idea, if you're wealthy with those things, then you can give away those things, right? I always kind of love the videos where I see people just giving away the money and, they just kind of walk up to people and pull out $1,000 and just give it to them. And that is so, I love that idea, but we could do that without money. You could do that with your spirit, with your being, with your person. You can do that, but you have to have the peace in order to operate effectively in. And that way you can rebuild, you can kind of grow these better aspects of yourself that you share with the world. So make this an effort today. If, this made a impact on you, then hit the like button for me. I appreciate it. Maybe somebody will get the idea to maybe look at the areas where they're losing their peace. Where are you losing it? Who's taking it? Time to take it back. All right? And I believe in you. I hope that you have a great day wherever you are.
Listening to The Remedy.
All right? Guys, be good. I appreciate your listenership as always. Go and get your peace today. You deserve a peace. Get your peace. I'll be back. You guys have a wonderful day.